Hello students, welcome to lesson 16th, Natural Resources. So let us start with natural resources in Earth's crust. The Earth's lithosphere is made up of land and hard crust beneath it. Resources in the Earth's crust include minerals, ores, rocks, water, elements, mineral oil and other fuels. So what are these minerals and ores? Mineral wealth has an important place among natural resources. Minerals are formed by various processes taking place in the environment. The rocks on the earth are mainly made up of minerals. These minerals can be obtained by mining. Only few metals like gold, silver, copper, platinum and bismuth occur in the free state of in nature. Minerals that contain high proportion of metal are called ores. The properties of minerals become clear from their characteristics: color, luster, hardness, shape, cleavage or fracture and streak. Metals are obtained from their ore by extraction and purification. Impurities of sand and soil in the ore are called gangue. Now let us learn something more about classification of minerals according to their properties. First is non-metal minerals, metal minerals, and third one is energy minerals. So under non-metal minerals, mica, sulfur, gypsum, potash, graphite, diamond, feldspar, these are included. Under metal minerals, iron, gold, silver, tin, bauxite, manganese, platinum, tungsten. These are the minerals included under metal minerals. Under energy minerals, coal, mineral oil, and natural gases are included. Deposits of common salt are also found in the earth. This salt is called as rock salt. It is used in food and in some medicines too. Here are some important minerals and their respective ores mentioned. Let us consider iron ore. So, under iron ore, minerals are magnetite, hematite, limonite, and siderite. It is used in heavy machinery, articles, farm implements, and railway tracks, etc. Let us consider manganese ore. So, minerals are manganese carbonate, oxide, and silicate. It is used in preparation of medicines, giving pink tinge to glass and some electric appliances. Next ore is bauxite. Its respective mineral is aluminum oxide. It is generally used in electrical and heat appliances, wires, aeroplanes, and transport vehicles. Another ore is copper. Its minerals are copper, iron, and in the variety of iron ores. It is used in best electrical conductor. It is used as a best electrical conductor used in electrical wires and appliances, radios, telephones, vehicles, and kitchen utensils. Last ore is mica. Its mineral is flake or sheets of mica. So this mica occurs in as flakes or sheets of mica. It is bad conductor of electricity and hence used as a in electrical insulator. It is used in Ayurvedic medicines, dyes, wireless communication, and electrical equipment. Now let us consider fuels. A substance used for generating energy for daily use are called fuels. These fuels may be in the form of solid, liquid, or gaseous state. Let us understand coal. Millions of years ago, forests got buried underground as a result of certain natural events. The very high pressure from above and the heat from the Earth's interior slowly transformed the buried plants into fuels. That is why coal is said to be a fossil fuel. Coal is found in mines. Peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite are the various types of coal. Anthracite is the coal of highest grade. Coal is energy resource which contributes greatly to industrial development. These are the diagrams which can explain you how as per the as time travels how is the process of formation of coal performed. So here we can see it is basically in the form of peat. Then it as with the increasing pressure and heat in from the earth's interior, it gets transformed into lignite, and more the pressure and more the heat, it gets transformed into coal. This is the final product called as coal. Now let us understand mineral oil. Mineral oil is the liquid fuel formed by the decomposition of organic substances buried underground. Millions of years ago, bodies of dead sea organisms sank into the bottom of the sea. Layers of soil and sand collected on them. Due to high pressure and temperature, the remains of dead organisms were transformed into mineral oils. Mineral oil is formed mainly in oil sands, shale, sandstone, and limestone at the depth of about 1000 to 3000 meters. Mineral oil is also known as petroleum or crude oil. Petroleum is the mixture of many compounds, mainly of hydrocarbon type. Aviation petrol, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, naphtha, lubricating oil, tar are all obtained from the petroleum. They are used as fuels and for the production of dyes, pesticides, perfumes, and artificial fibers. Here this we can here in this picture we can see the petroleum format. It is in liquid form. Now let us understand natural gases. Natural gas is an important fossil fuel. It is found associated with petroleum in underground wells and in some places as natural gas alone. Natural gas is formed from the remains of organisms buried deep underground and subjected to high pressure. This fuel can be carried over long distances by means of gas pipelines. But in the absence of a network of pipelines, it is transformed under high pressure into compressed natural gas and liquefied natural gas. So CNG stands for compressed natural gas and LNG stands for liquefied natural gas. This makes it possible to transport the natural gas. Now let us understand characteristics of CNG. It catches fire easily. No solid waste remains after combustion. Carbon dioxide and water are formed in small quantities. Other pollutants are not produced and it can be transported easily. Combustion can be controlled easily. Another natural resource is forest. Extensive land area covered by a variety of trees is called a forest. In natural forest, plants, animals and microbes live in a balanced state. About 30% of land area of the earth is covered by the forests. Forests have productive and protective functions. However, these days it has become important to conserve this forest. So for conservation of forest, let us understand what are the essentials. Trees should not be felled and young trees should be taken care. More new trees should be cultivated than cutting. Forest regulations and laws should be observed very strictly. Ocean is also another important natural resource. Ocean occupy greater part of the Earth's surface than land does. Energy can be obtained on a large scale from oceans. Sea waves at high and low tides and ocean currents are being used for the generation of power. There are reserves of a variety of natural resources in the seawater, at the bottom of the sea and beneath the seabed. These resources from seas and oceans are called marine resources. Now let us understand mineral resources from oceans and bioresources from ocean. Let us go one by one. Under mineral resources, thorium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, and sulfate are few resources. So generally thorium is used in the production of atomic energy. Magnesium is used in used in a flash bulb of camera. Potassium is main ingredient in production of soap, glass and fertilizers. Sodium is used in the production of cloth and paper, whereas sulfate is used in making artificial silk. Now let us understand what are bioresources from oceans. They are fishes, shells, fungi, shark and codfish, and sea cucumbers. Fishes are the sources of proteins and vitamins. Hence, generally they are used in the food. Hence, they are used in our day-to-day life as a food. Next is dried shrimp and Bombay duck powder. It is used as poultry feed and it is a good manner. Shells are used for preparation of medicines, ornaments, and decorative articles. Fungi is used for production of antibiotics. Shark and codfish oil is generally used in the production of edible oil as it is rich in vitamins A, D, and E. Sea cucumbers are used as medicine for treating cancer and tumors. So, in all, we have understood what are natural resources and their respective uses. Thank you.